Welcome to Humble Warrior Yoga. I'm Caroline and welcome to your release and relax session for the upper body. So this is going to be really great if maybe you've woken up a bit stiff in the shoulders, the neck, the upper back. Maybe you've been sat at a computer all day and you're feeling very tight and this is an area you'd like to relieve tension from. So we'll get started. Find a comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine. You're going to drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Take the right hand and just gently give yourself a massage down the side of the neck on the left side. And then moving down towards the shoulder. Just using as much pressure as feels good for you. And then just switching sides, so dropping the left ear towards the left shoulder, starting at the top of the neck, working your way down into that shoulder area, and again just applying as much pressure as feels good for you. If you find a little spot that feels particularly tight, just spend a little longer there. Breathing deep into the space. Great, and come back to centre. And nod the chin towards the chest. And bring the ear towards the right shoulder. Continue that journey around. So we're making circles with the neck. Be very mindful here, just noticing where feels tight. If you find a spot, I've got one here that feels a little bit tight, you might just want to gently rock back and forth. And then when you've done a few circles one way, you can take it in the opposite direction. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed and down whilst you're doing this. Nice. And you're going to inhale, squeeze the shoulders right up to the ears. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale out through the mouth. Drop the shoulders. And do that a couple more times. Inhale, really squeeze. And exhale through the mouth. Once more. Inhaling. And just give your shoulders some circles forwards and backwards. Hopefully they're starting to loosen up now. Nice. Plant the right palm down by your side. Send the left fingertips up high. Inhale, as you exhale, side bend over to the right. Feel that nice stretch all the way from the left hip all the way up to the fingertips. And try to keep both sitting bones firmly planted down. So as you start to lift on that side, just come up a little higher. And you can pulse here or you can just hold the position. And take it all the way over to the other side. Nice, and from here you're going to sweep that right arm all the way in front of you, coming round to the right, bring the left arm with you and open up the chest towards the sky. So we've got a bit of a twist going on. And then the other way, sweeping the left arm over, then the right, lift the chest, looking up. Keep that going for a few breaths. And again, remember to keep these sit bones grounding down towards the ground. Don't allow them to lift. And don't worry too much if your chest doesn't face the ceiling. It's just the intention of lifting it towards the ceiling that matters. Okay, I'm just going to do one more to each side. And coming all the way back up to centre. You're going to walk your hands out in front. And start to dome the hands, so you're making, imagine you're holding two balls. Really reach the arms away. Walk the hands over to the right. And then over towards the left. Come back to centre and all the way back up. And bring the left palm to the right knee. Swim the right fingertips behind, gentle twist over towards the right. And try to make the twist come from the upper part of the body. So we're keeping the hips firmly planted down. We're not using our hands to force us around either. Release, take it to the other side. And just noticing if one side feels tighter than the other. Nice. Come back to centre. Take the palms behind you, fingertips facing the body. Press into the palms and lift the chest up high. So you're really stretching across the top of the chest, the upper muscles in the upper back. So keep the chin parallel to the ground, we're just lifting the chest up. And release. And take the arms out wide and you're going to pull them right back. Allow your spine to arch, look up. As you exhale, round through the spine, bring the palms towards each other. So in this position, imagine somebody's pulling you back at the waist and you're pulling forwards with your arms. Inhale, take the arms back, lift the chest. Exhale, rounding forwards. Keep it going with your own breath. And just do one more each way. And come back to a neutral position. So we're just going to go on to all fours now. So just mindfully make your way to all fours in tabletop. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And from here you're going to walk the hands forwards, keeping the hips directly over the knees. And then melting the head and the heart down towards the ground. So even though the arms are extended, really try to keep the shoulder blades wrapping around and back. We're not trying to reach our shoulder blades forward, we want to keep them nicely sat on the back. Breathing deeply into the upper body. And then start to walk the hands back in, lifting the chest again. So take the right arm, extend it out towards the side, and then you're going to draw it underneath the chest, reaching the arm away, coming down onto the shoulder, resting on the ear. You can take that left arm forwards. Maybe you want to take a bind. If that's a bit too intense, you can keep that left palm on the ground, just gently pressing into it, just to make it less intense. So pick an option that works for you today. Again, breathing deeply into that space in the back of the body. And then press into that left palm to come back up, and we'll do that on the other side. So extending the left arm out, drawing it underneath the chest, reaching away with the fingers. Press into the palm to come back out. And we're just going to come down onto our front. We're just coming into a Sphinx pose. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Drawing the shoulder blades towards one another. Beaming the chest forwards. And keep the neck nice and long, so perhaps gazing a few feet ahead or down towards the ground. And gently release down to the ground. Then you're going to bring your right arm underneath the left and then cross the left arm over to the right side. So your arms are making a crisscross just underneath you, and then taking your weight forward slightly onto the arms. Feeling a stretch through the upper back and the shoulders. So the further you reach your hands away from one another, the more intense it is. If that's a bit too intense, you can just draw the arms back together. This is absolutely one of my favourites. Just notice that you're not clenching in the glutes or the lower part of the body. Just allow the lower half of the body to be completely relaxed. And then we're going to change sides. So that right arm comes over the left. Breathe deep into the top of the spine, space in the shoulders. And release. Bring the hands by the ribs, just push yourself back up. Take the knees nice and wide. Big toes to touch, sit the hips back towards the heels. Reaching the arms forward, melting the head and the heart down. You're either going to stay here, or if you wanted to, you can bend the elbows, bringing the palms together at the back of your neck. Extra stretch into the triceps and the shoulders. And really breathe deep here. Feel the ribs expanding. And you can stay in this position as long as you'd like to. Otherwise, you are done for the day. I hope you're feeling a little bit more loose in the shoulders and the upper body. Thank you for practicing with me.